Hello everybody out there, it's the future once again, and welcome back to another DVD VHS collection update here with the future. It's been a while. I did 11.0 a few months back. I've had some camera issues, but shout out to all my friends out there. I'm glad to be back and glad to show off all my new pickups that I've gotten in the meantime. As you can see, I got stacks going on. I really need some new storage space, some new shelving. But I still got everything going on, still collecting. As you can see, mostly VHS in this video and try to get to a few DVDs. I'm going to do a 15-minute video here for 12.0 and keep going like that until I show off everything. That'll give me plenty of material to keep videos going to entertain everybody. So everybody, thanks for checking it out ahead of time, but here we go. This movie here I picked up from a resale shop. Really has some sentimental value to me. I'm not going to go too in depth, by the way, into any of the movies, but if I tell you to check them out or recommend them, definitely go check them out. But it's The Pistol, the birth of a legend, the story of none other than the basketball legend Pistol Pete Maravich, who ended up playing in the NBA for a while as well. You can see it's a feature films for families distribution, and it does say back here that I noticed, it says that it is not rented or resold without written license. So this was not meant to be sold or anything, so I don't know how it ended up in there. I'm pretty sure it gives you this parents guide for family discussions and shows you their premiere entertainment. It gives you a little synopsis about the movie, about Pete Maravich. And my guess is this was an educational video, because I remember watching this in school after me and my dad watched it. I have not seen it in any format but VHS. I've never seen the DVD, so I'm wondering if they do have a DVD of this. If they did, I would snatch that up in a heartbeat. I did watch this on Netflix, so if anybody's wondering about this movie, check it out on Netflix. The Pistol, really good, sentimental. I kind of patented my own game. I was a pretty good athlete in high school, and I kind of patented my own game after watching this movie, so I'm very glad to have this cemented in my collection, even though it was Vincent's, but I thank Vincent for giving it up. Cape Fear, I was able to grab this at that resale shop too. It's some kind of Universal Thrillers collection there, it seems like, because this movie was made before it was released. Alright, I mean, this movie was made, every movie's made before it was released, but this movie was made way before the release date of this VHS here, which I'm not even going to try to check it out right now. But Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, gotta love it. Little write-up about the movie. Sam Bowden has always provided for his family's future, but the past is coming back to haunt him. So, really good watch if you've never saw that. Tobe Hooper, Invaders from Mars, Karen Black, Timothy Bottoms, Louise Fletcher. Gotta love anything that Tobe Hooper does. There's No Place on Earth to Hide. If you've never seen this movie, this is a pretty good watch. There you get a little shot of some of the aliens in there and a few scenes from the movie. Sorry about the autofocus on this camera as well. It's a 1986 film and a 89 release. Trying to go through here fairly quickly, and I didn't do any kind of research or anything ahead of time like usual, so if I mess up, bear with me. I've been known to be wrong too. Batman of Mask of Phantasm. I was really happy to get this clamshell because this is considered the best animated Batman film of all of them, and I do not have it on DVD or anything, and now I have the clamshell VHS, and it's very interesting that they put these 4s and like permanent marker on the side, but I'm sure I'll be able to rub that right off. So Batman Mask of the Phantasm, you see there is the Joker, there's the mask, Phantasm. Can't wait to watch this one either. Very happy to pick that up. The Blues Brothers, actually I had this exact same copy when I was a kid, but somehow, some way, somebody ended up with it and it got lost. You can see this was put out in 1990, but made in 1980. John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, the Blues Brother, a musical comedy. Very good. I'm a big fan of John Belushi. If you've never seen Blues Brothers, definitely a great watch. I remember it came in a 2-pack as a kid, along with Animal House, another John Belushi starred film. So happy to grab that. Got 2 Tim Burton films here, the clamshells too. James and the Giant Peach. This one came from the resale shop. As you can see, they put that number 4 on there again. I don't know why it's always 4. Must be some kind of selling device there. 2 thumbs up, way up from Siskel and Ebert. You can't go wrong on that. I always loved this as a kid. Had this exact one as a kid too. And then not one of my favorites, but one that put them on the map, Nightmare Before Christmas at the library. You can see I did try to rip off the cards there on these two. Check them out. They had a bunch of cards, checkout cards on them. Instant classic for both kids and grown-ups. It's interesting, but not one of my favorite Burton done films. Kind of really dark. But nonetheless, to get the clamshell for absolutely nothing for free from the library, you can't beat it. Francis Ford Coppola's Dementia 13, the first film that he ever did, and I'm definitely going to be setting this one up on my shelf there facing forward when I change out the rest there. I think I'm going to change them out, but I know I'm going to put this one up there. But very glad to get a copy of this, made in '63. And it's good times again, too. Yeah, gotta love them there. I didn't ever find an actual release date for this video, so I don't know. It's not the original one, I'm sure. But Francis Ford Coppola's Dementia 13, first ever film. I'm a Coppola fan. Gotta love it. Gorillas in the Mist. See, you can see the cards that I ripped off there. But Gorillas in the Mist. It's about, Sigourney Weaver, Diane Fossey, who travels to Africa and mountains to study the rare gorillas. I always enjoyed this, watched it in school and stuff, so grab that. They come in these cool rental cases too, and as you can see, I'm not trying to fool anybody. They are all in there. You even have their video cassette number 2243. Wow. All kinds of crazy stuff. You get them free from the library. Couldn't pass them up. They just had bags full, and they said take whatever you want. Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Pillow Talk. I'm not going to pass that up. Big fan of any of the 50s, 40s, 30s, or below films. Love to study them. Love to watch the old actors. Rock Hudson, Doris Day. 2 iconic actors there. So, you got to love that. Tom Cruise, Vanilla Sky. Not one of the greatest movies of all time, but worth a pickup for free. Grab that. Send Me No Flowers here. Doris Day and Rock Hudson film as well. Also starring Tony Randall, who I love. And Tony Randall, who played in none other than The Odd Couple, which I've shown off. I got the complete series, but this is the first season. But there's Tony Randall there himself. But there he is, playing in Send Me No Flowers. I got the DVD recently as well, so I figured I'd throw it in on this. The original Odd Couple, by the way, Jack Lemmon starred in it with Walter Matthau. And I figured I'd show off this edition. And it's a Jack Lemmon collection. It has The Apartment, Avanti, and Some Like It Hot. And what I like about this is they're the actual DVDs, instead of just like some, way to do it cheaper. They actually put the DVDs in here. Some Like It Hot, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon, great. Avanti. And then the actually Academy Award winning Best Picture winner from 1960, The Apartment. So Jack Lemmon was definitely not messing around, one of the best actors of our time. That's kind of an update from 11.0 if you go and watch it. So bear with me here as I try to juggle this stuff around, but you see Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau also in that. Great movie there, the original Odd Couple. I was able to grab the original Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock classic, in this cool rental case looking thing. So I tried to tear the cards off all of them. This one came off fairly clean. So you gotta love picking that up, adding it to the collection. I didn't have a copy of that on DVD or VHS, nor did I have this, The Truman Show. If you've never seen this, it's kind of about he was born and raised in a reality show, one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. Like to get that on DVD. Also, Midnight Cowboy, which I have another version of here on DVD that I'll be coming up talking about right there, as you can see. But getting the VHS for free, even though they are pretty crappy looking, they do have the actual tapes in there. I'm not trying to fool anybody. You can see their library. Bats. I actually have the DVD of this as well. Lou Diamond Phillips. Right up there. This cheese fest you can't go wrong with. Had to pick it up for free. Dragonheart. Real good watch. If you've never saw this, Dennis Quaid, what's that say? David Thewlis and Sean Connery. I don't really know David Thewlis off the top of my head, but you will believe after you watch this Dragonheart. It's a really good movie, and there's one of the cards I didn't even get ripped off of, so you can see they're rated PG-13, but I'm going to discard that for sure because I own it now. Mr. Baseball, a really good movie about Tom Selleck going over to Japan to play baseball. And if you want to know some information about what it's like to play in Japan, at least back in this era, this is a real good one. Mr. Baseball. He's sent from the pros over to Japan, and he has to play over there, and it's just comical and a very good movie nonetheless. And it's only like an hour and 48 minutes, I noticed too. So thanks, Library, for hooking me up with that. Space Odyssey 2001. You can see I do have the Stanley Kubrick Collection DVD version there too as well, but since I got it for free at the library, I couldn't pass it up. I have a few more here too. Tango and Cash, Sly Stallone, Kurt Russell. How could you pass that up? I didn't have it on DVD or VHS, so there they had the card on the back that I had to rip off, but pretty damn good movie. It says Kathy Huffines there, says gangbusters for anyone who likes buddy cop movies. It's big. So Tango and Cash, you always hear about Tango and Cash. Tremors, the original. I didn't have this on VHS. I actually may have this, but I'm not sure. I don't think I do. But I know I have the Tremors Attack Pack. But I'm trying to think if I do have this already, but I may. But if not, glad to have Tremors now, even though it is in a crappy rental type library case. But it's kind of cool actually to have these like rental type cases, because it kind of reminds me of the old video stores. So, and I love the old video stores. The original Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, the exclusive director's cut as well. How can you go wrong with getting this for free? Unforgettable, that's what it is, it says there. And definitely unforgettable movie. I definitely suggest checking out Attack of the Killer Tomatoes if you have never saw it. Little Big Man I already had, but I figured I might as well grab this one as well, because it was free, because it is just a good movie and always good to have like a backup in case one gets ate or something. So I got Little Big Man as well. And now we're going to go into some DVDs and some another update too that I had from the last video that I wanted to get on here. And bear with me as I try to get all these out. It's just sometimes almost impossible dealing with all this. And you can see I'm running out of room, having to stack these on my countertop here on my bar. But last time I want to make a correction. Friday the 13th, there's 8 in this collection. When I counted through, I kind of skipped over, I think, part 6, but that's the collection there. You have 8 DVDs in there, part 1 through 8. And when I did the video last time, I did not have Jason Goes to Hell, but I found this Jason Goes to Hell, so I had to pick that up, and it's the unrated and R-rated version. So I'm glad to have Jason Goes to Hell. Probably one of the worst efforts in the series, but nonetheless, I have the complete collection now because I have all 8, plus I have Jason X now and Jason Goes to Hell, which were made by New Line Cinema instead of Paramount, as the originals were. Now here are some new releases, or I would call them new releases, that I picked up. It's not everything I get is old, even though I am into old movies. But here are some new releases that I picked up. Some friends actually helped me pick these up too, and I really appreciate it. Here's the Hateful Eight, and this slipcover, I usually hate slipcovers, but this one's real cool because it opens up to show this really cool design here on the inside, and I really love that picture of Kurt Russell there as the hangman, taking up old Daisy Domergue is her name. And I remember I saw this in the theater, wasn't huge on it. I actually did a review on this, so if you want to check that out, I did it with my friend Stephen Lane. I did a movie review on after I saw this one, and I plan on doing more of those too. But glad to get this because now I have all the Quentin Tarantino movies. I'm not going to dig them all out either. I usually like try to show off the other ones too, but I'm not going to dig them out. Just too much there to move around. Matt Damon and The Martian, and we're getting close to 15 minutes here, so I'm going to have to try to fly through. This was actually up for Best Picture this year. Gotta love it. The Martian, I thought it was a really, really good movie, and glad I picked that up. Also, oh yeah, I had to get it. Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, and The Revenant. Spectacular in every sense of the word. I loved this movie. Winner of 3 Academy Awards. Got Leo his first ever Academy Award as Best Actor. And I love Tom Hardy, and he is exceptional in this movie. And I can't wait to watch this again. You know what I mean? I love it. The bear attack in this is so cool. Also, I completed the Terminator collection with the new Terminator Genesis. What I have not even watched this yet. So my friend picked this up for me actually today. So I really appreciate it to her. I'm going to love this movie. It says the best one since T2, and I love Judgment Day. So I'm really ready to see Terminator Genesis. She also picked me up. I mean, you can't get a better friend that picks you up movies when they know you got a collection. I have Ted, the unrated version, but now I have Ted 2. I've been wanting to see Ted 2 for a long time. I haven't watched this one yet all the way through. I kind of watched the first 10 minutes. Hilarious on the first one, but I love this one too. And to wrap out this review, the last one I got to add to my Rocky collection is none other than Creed. And she actually picked up the Blu-ray DVD digital HD version of the movie. So what I did was I gave her the Blu-ray out of it, since I don't even have a Blu-ray player at the time, and I took the DVD version. So I have the DVD of Creed, even though it's in this Blu-ray case. And the reason I don't do here for the quick wrap up, the reason I haven't really started collecting Blu-ray, it's not much of an update, a lot more extras, and the quality are better, and that's about it. Other than that, I'm not too big on trying to collect all the DVDs that I have on Blu-ray, plus it's owned by Sony, and it's hard to get distribution rights for some of the movies. There's a lot of movies on DVD that have not came out on Blu-ray, and a lot of movies on VHS that have not come out on DVD. But everybody, I want to thanks for watching. I'm coming down to the end here. A lot of stuff I picked up. Make sure to stay tuned for update 13.0, and I want to say peace out, and thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, peace.